Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the podcast. Today we have Lethal Shooter on for the second time. This, a very specific episode. We have a specific agenda, as you know from the intro, and that is the robot shooter out in Japan. I mean, you went out there and you faced off against the greatest, maybe I'm gonna ask you, the greatest shooter of all time?
Man, 100%, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw the robot online, I'm like, you know what? I want to shoot against the robot. I took this idea to Red Bull about 3 years ago, but nothing can fathom when the first time I seen the robot in person, how nervous I was. I was nervous, bro, because like when you see it in person making all these shots, that robot is the best shooter ever.
Was it intimidating or what was the reaction? Because it's tall, right? It's like seven or
Yeah,
eight
it's
feet
about
tall.
6'10", 6'11". I was very intimidated in the beginning, as you saw in the video, when it won the first round. It's because I was nervous. I wasn't. It's not. I can't shoot. I can make tons of shots in a row, but I was just so nervous because I'm shooting against a robot, and that's why the second and third round I was able to shoot. I probably missed only one shot after that ever again, but it was very intimidating. I was nervous. It was a dream come true. So so many different things going through my mind when I first saw the robot. So it was scary.
You shot the lights out, but then again, you're a lethal shooter. You're a human. We're talking about potentially the first of many robot shooters. This is just the very beginning of that. What was the reaction like? So it can't move or anything, right?
It
It's
can it
just
can move. It can. So the robot can go up, down. It turns at an angle going left turn. You might want to Google it. It can dribble. And the biggest thing that you saw online, they're not putting the ball in the hand of the robot. The robot is picking the ball up off the rack. So it's just like we're in 2023 right now, and we already have a robot that can pick the ball up off a rack. Imagine where we're going to be in 2050. You're not wrong, bro. This might be a robot league where we're watching robots play basketball or robots go against humans in basketball. Because I tell you, if that's the case, they're always going to win because this robot's trajectory to shoot was unreal.
Did it have, I mean, you're an expert of shooting. Did it have the perfect shot? Like the height, the strength, everything?
So it doesn't have the perfect shot as far as the guide hand, but it has the perfect release and height and follow through. And the way they did the fingers, right? So if you notice, the fingers are really long. So that the middle point finger that they have is actually like at an angle, like this. So when it picks it up and it comes here, it's in that cuff. So when it releases it, that hand is actually manipulating the ball where they want it to go. So that alone just shows you how advanced the scientists are that are putting this thing together. This is at least we can say we might not see this, but it's going to happen that in our lifetime we saw the first man shoot in a competition against a robot. That's huge.
And that's you.
Yeah, it is. Somebody that has been growing with you for the last 6 years. Somebody that me and you was trying to figure out our lives at All Star Weekend and all this type of stuff. And now I'm able to accomplish what I'm accomplishing, and look what you're doing right now. So it's just showing people, brother, that anything is possible in life, bro. Like just don't give up. Just do not give up. So because if I could do it, and you can do it. They can do it.
100%. You find something you love and you just don't stop. That's really all there is to it.
Exactly.
Um, what was the reaction like? Because you mentioned in the video that it does miss. It's not
Yeah.
100%. It doesn't go 1,000 for 1,000 yet. It's pretty close, but it doesn't do that. So what happens when it misses? What does it do?
So what happened was when it missed. I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised myself. I think you saw one of the clips when it missed. I was like, like I was like, oh my god, it's a tie this round, like because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really genuinely thought until then, so you could know it didn't miss a shot, bruh. Since I was in the gym, it didn't miss one damn shot. So when it missed that one shot, I was like, did it miss because I clapped? So if you watch the video, you can see when I clapped, it missed. So I was like, is it the vibration? What is it? So I tried to clap again to see if it had missed, but they've already changed the trajectory of the ball. So they told me when a robot does miss, the scientists change different things to angle how they want the ball to go in. So what happened was, as you what you saw as well, when we changed the rim to like 12 inches small, it's hard for the robot to use the point finger because you're manipulating the ball at such a small hole. So that's where I was able to come into play, where I went like 5 for 5, bro. I went 5 for 5 on it because you know me, I can shoot on small hoops because I know how to manipulate the ball with my point finger.
Hmm. And now for the robot itself, is there a human behind the scenes controlling it, or
It is, but these are things that they are like you're saying is getting real wicked out here because they're gonna get it to a point that the robot is not gonna need as much help from the humans if that makes sense. So right now the robot does need the human to pick the ball up to shoot and all that type of stuff, but they are saying they're trying to take it to the next level that the robot can dunk, the robot can run, the robot can basically have more functioning things without being led by a human behind the camera. So when that happens, man, it's going to be, and trust me, this team that I met in Japan, the crew that they have, these guys are geniuses, bro. If anybody's going to do it, I think it's going to be them.
whoa, imagine if the robot started trash talking you when you missed a when you missed a
Right,
shot.
right. But that's where I don't think I've said in any of my interviews. This is why I love Red Bull, bro, because I have such crazy ideas. You see me shoot underwater. You see me make a paper ball through a straw. You see me do all these amazing, crazy things. And this company, when I tell them things, they're not like, that's not going to work. That's a little crazy. They're always saying, you know what? Let's see if we can make that happen. And for Red Bull to make this happen, bro, it was like it's a dream come true. I know it's not gonna happen, but I feel like something like this is supposed to go like in the history books or something in schools or something where it's like Lethal Shooter, the first man to ever compete against a robot. I think this is a history.
Oh, I think it definitely deserves to be in the history books. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about that. That's a credit to Red Bull's brand too. It's what they do
yeah,
best. You always
yeah.
see them doing the most crazy stuff. I saw a hot air balloon, people doing skateboarding in the sky. I
Right,
mean, nothing is off limits, which is why, one of the reasons why they're so great too.
right. I
Um,
agree.
how far away do you think we are from, a potential real league of these robot players?
I'll say what I saw because I was up close on it. Shout out to those scientists as well because they weren't trying to protect the cameras and not let me see what I was seeing. So what I was seeing out of a 10, I think they're at stage 2 on with everything, with more robots being built, with the league being built, or with a robot competing against a human with running and another thing, that they're going to do with the robot as well. People don't know this. The robot can talk.
That's
But
so
the robot,
crazy.
but the robot has to talk through the human. So the human has to say the word, then the robot talks. I said, guys, we got to get this robot talking trash. That of course it's not going to have feelings like a human, but I think when it misses, it should know when it misses, so the robot can say, "Okay, I can't miss the next shot. I need to stay locked in, or I need to
Dude, that
do
would
this
that would
like
go
that."
so viral.
Oh, bro, if I should have done that there. I don't know what. Now that you said that, if we do a part 2, we have to do a video where the robot misses and the robot says, "I have to stay locked in." That is perfect.
Or like the robot turns you and he's like, a human would miss that shot.
That's good. More interaction. That was good. But as far as the robot doing that without a human, bro, I'll say honestly in the next like 20 years.
That's going to be so crazy. Is that
Yeah.
the sort of thing that you would watch on TV? Like, would you support a whole league of those playing against each other?
Me personally, that wouldn't be as fun. But what I would support, but I think, remember, me and you said it first. So when it comes out in 30, 40, 60 years, if we're still alive, how cool would it be if robots did compete against humans to play basketball? I think that would be cool. Even in soccer, imagine robots playing soccer. You know what I mean? I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. I think, we've never had another, I mean, I almost want to say like species to compete
Yeah,
against sports, but
yeah,
this would be probably the closest thing to like us playing against aliens or something like that. I guess horse
yeah,
racing counts. Horse racing counts. But apart from that, I can't really think of
yeah.
anything
Because I
else.
think didn't Jesse Owens or somebody compete against a horse?
Probably. But
Somebody,
I was just thinking of
somebody.
like horse racing with like
Yeah,
jockeys on horses.
somebody raced against a horse. So I don't see the difference in where in the future the humans are competing against the robots. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, I think Usain Bolt might have raced against a cheetah at one point for a commercial.
He did do that. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's so much fun. What do you think is the furthest shot that robot could hit?
I'm not over exaggerating this, bro. I saw that robot make like 20 straight half court shots in a row efforts. So the thing I'm saying is they never extended it to the free throw all the way to the other court. But me personally, how easy that half court shot was, I think personally it can make from the free throw all the way to the other rim consistently probably 10 shots. Easy. Easy.
Wow. Well,
This is
then
scary.
you're getting into the range of like a trick shot type
Hey,
things.
but that's why we added the rim to it because it has that lethal shooter spill to it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're the best at, creative basketball shooting ideas in the world, hands
Yeah.
down. How do you strategize around these new concepts of, what you're doing, like the underwater one or
Yeah.
putting the spikes up or all that sort of stuff?
Well, one thing a lot of people don't know about me on my spare time, like even right now, so I'm watching Stephen A. Smith and one of my friends, Javaris. As I'm watching Stephen A. Smith, I'm trying to come up with ideas for myself, if that makes sense. I'm not just during the day doing things and not my brain's not moving. So when you see all of my shooting ideas, like the underwater thing, I don't remember how I came up with it, but I might have saw somebody skydive and jump into the water or something, and then my brain processes that to say, bingo. Like, so it's just like every idea that you've seen on my page is an idea that I've done. I come up with all my creative content because I want to show the world that yes, I know I train NBA players, I know I train WNBA players, but I'm a creative person as well. So all the content that you see on my page, after I come up with the idea, I have a friend, his name is Brandon. He helps me strategize on which way and how to do this and how to do that. And then that's when I take it to Rebecca, my manager, and she said, "You know what? I love that idea." And that's when I started taking things to the work. When you see my crazy rims, like the blender, the spike rim, and all these the world's smallest hoop, and I was knocking down all the shots. That's me and my friend Arthur. He's a welder, and he's been somebody that's been sticking with me since COVID. So bro, wait till you see the next shooting rim that we're building right now that I thought of, and it's just I just want to continue to show people, especially in today's society, you don't have to always do what people think you're going to do, if that makes sense. So if you're a doctor, if you're a dentist, if you're a reporter, and you want to do other things with your career while doing something at a high level during that job, you can do other things as well. Don't let people put your back against the corner to make you feel like you can't do this, you can't do that. Because when I first started doing my content, other coaches will make fun of me. But now those same coaches are like, "Hey, bro, I seen your videos. I like them. Yes, I can still train Jalen Brown and train Sabonis, and then on the back end of my spare time, shoot on the blender."
A
You know what I
hundred
mean?
percent.
So, yeah. So I want to just continue to show people out there in the world, don't let people box you in.
100%. No boxing in.
Yeah.
No boxing in
No.
allowed here.
No. Seriously.
Would you ever want to clone yourself in robot form and just, have another one of you laying around that can do some of those crazy shots when you are busy?
You know what? That would be cool because that means I can make some real money. I'll send that clone around the world to do shooting competitions and shoot at carnivals and do content all around the world while I'm actually at home doing stuff with my family and coming up with the ideas. That would be good if somebody could clone me to do that. Another lethal shooter out here shooting. That would be amazing.
Well, that's like the DJ Deadmau5.
Yeah.
That's like the Deadmau5 concept, how he has
Right.
people go and perform while he's just hanging out at home because nobody knows who he is with
Right.
the mask on. It's
Right.
really smart.
No, it's genius. It's genius.
And then if you get double booked, you just send two of them.
Hey, come on, man. Picture the world with two or three Drakes or two or three Eddie Murphys or two or three Tyler Perrys. Like it would be nuts. And people are gonna think we're crazy about talking about this. Of course, we're never gonna see it. But these are things that are happening in society now. These are the world's changing. That's why when I came up with the idea 3 years ago to shoot against the robot, when I did that post, everybody was like, they didn't see the vision. Now when the content comes out, they're like, wow, they're like, this is some sick content.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this stuff
Yeah.
is happening. I mean, digital clones are already a thing, so it's only a matter of time before there are physical clones. And I think your competition with the robot may mark the beginning of that in sports because it's coming.
Absolutely. They heard it here first.
Yep, you heard it here first. Well, I'm going to link the video down below, so definitely check that out. See the full shooting competition. Lethal held his own. I mean, you held your own against this guy.
Bruh, it was hard, but I did that for mankind, man. I couldn't let you guys down. But like I said, man, when I first walked in that gym, I'm an honest enough man to let you know I was terrorized and I was afraid. I wasn't afraid of the robot, like as if it's going to do something to me, but I started getting nervous and I had to say to myself, I've been shooting like this my whole life for moments like this. So I have to prove myself to let people know that I am a great shooter. That's why I broke the world record with Run the Racks and Red Bull. That's why I do what I do to let people know, I do crazy content, I know, but I am a great shooter.
100%. It's like man stepping on the moon, but one shot for mankind.
Exactly. Seriously, and that's what this is for. This video is for mankind.
I love it. Well, you're the best. Keep doing your thing. Keep inspiring everybody, and keep beating the robots. Don't let off on the game.
Nah, I couldn't let us down because I know if I'd have did that, people you would have went smack at me with that one. You did a post lethal loses to the robot.
That would have been good. Oh
Right.
man. All right. Well, catch you. You're the
All right.
best.
Good talking to you,
Cheers,
brother.
brother. Always.